Hey, what's up? It's Jerry with Simply Cyber, and we're at RSA, and we're about to go in and check out Cisco and Splunk and the latest developments that they have in the AI agentic workforce. Let's go check it out.
I think we did some real cool announcements. The very first one that we talked about was we put out a leaderboard, where we listed out the top 100 models. We did adversarial testing, and we put out a score for both single turn and multi-turn attacks and see how each of these models fared. The whole point of doing this was to be able to allow enterprises that are thinking about these models to understand how red teaming works and what, which models they can put into which type of workflow. The next thing we announced was the DefenseClaw. With DefenseClaw, we bundled together some amazing open source projects that we already put together, which is the AI skill scanner, the MCP scanner, the AI bomb, and the code guard capabilities, all packaged into this so that anytime you're loading a skill, we're making sure that those skills are just right. They're not malicious things that you're loading in. If you're putting in a plugin, we're scanning that. If you are adding another MCP server to it, we're making sure we're scanning that. But the most important part is this. We are making sure that this is born observable. What I mean by that is all of the OTel telemetry from the OpenClaw and from DefenseClaw is going to make it inside of your Splunk environments. You can download a Splunk D, plug it in, and you will now see every single action that your claw is taking, which is really cool.
Now, we're talking hybrid mesh firewall, Rick, and I really want to know, in the Talos 2025 year report, there were some interesting insights about firewalls. Where do traditional firewalls fall down or kind of fail in the modern architecture?
Yeah, absolutely. I think what we've seen and what we talked about in that report as well is you've got this shift from these signature-based detections, right? And with how fast new exploits are being weaponized, yes, you've got the React 2 Shell 0-day from December. You can't just rely on the signature-based alone. Like you have to start getting into the behavioral-based detections in line. Not out of band, but in line as well. So in a traditional firewall, you've got to be able to expand that beyond just the IDS engine, but be able to bring in the deep learning, the machine learning models, do the behavioral-based detections as well to stay ahead of that.
High fidelity, big volume data has always been like the dream, right? Like you get so much data, you can see everything, like logs that go back forever, every log on every endpoint, and you'll have the information, be able to see it. This has been promised for years, but how does an agentic SOC make it different?
So an agentic SOC makes it a little bit different because one, the data needs to be procured. So we're actually meeting the data where it's at, because in today's era, we're seeing literally data hoarding going on as companies and organizations are saying, how do I make the best use of my data? And I know that I'm going to use it with AI. So with an agentic SOC, the data fabric is actually procured for AI ingestion, so they can get to quick verdicts when it comes to detection, investigation, and response. And that's a little bit different in how we've seen it in the past.
One of the things that I'm really concerned about is, what if an AI agent is doing something that it's permitted to do, but it's a malicious action?
Sure.
How do we solve that?
When we think about intent and behavior, right? So we authenticate an agent. We also can do a red teaming of the agent to scan it to make sure there's not other kind of malicious code in there we might be able to pick up on. We authorize it to do something. The more that can be fine-grained, so hey, you may go to this application and get this thing, and that's it, and be able to then revoke access after that, and then to look at behavior to see, is it doing the thing we thought it was going to do? So there's protocols like SPIFFE ID for IDs. There's emerging protocols that are around sort of what is the behavior agents are authorized to do. And that's really where we're going to need to solve this problem and be able to solve that at scale, at machine speed, in real time. And so again, it's a hard set of problems, but I think we're well on our way to solving them.
That's a wrap for RSA here in San Francisco. Shout out to Cisco and Splunk for all the work they're doing in the latest development in the agentic AI workforce. I'm Jerry from Simply Cyber. Until next time, stay secure.